Yeah, mate. Right. Alright guys, it's Skate Gibber here. I'm so excited to be unboxing this brand new electric skateboard. This is my first time opening it, so I'm going to show you what to expect when you get your VMAX Roadster X4. We're going to go through all the pros and the cons of the board, and I'll also get a first ride in, first impressions, and we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, mate. We got a box inside of a box.
Okay, so first impressions. I'm actually quite impressed with how nicely the board has been packaged. As soon as I pick up the board, I can feel its coarse grip tape, which really helps your shoes grip to the board better. The board's simple yet slick design is powered by a hub drive system, meaning the motors are discreetly hidden within the back two wheels. In the box, you'll find yourself a fancy lanyard, which I assume is a spare lanyard for the hand remote. You'll also be getting a very detailed user manual, a standard skate tool, a pouch full of epic VMAX skating stickers, a free set of tail lights, which believe me are really handy, and a 1.7 amp fast charger is included, capable of fully charging the board in under 2.5 hours. Lastly, the board comes with a remote control featuring 4 speed modes and 4 brake modes, along with chargers for both the remote and the tail lights. Now, as it turns out, there's one last thing that was hiding in the box from me earlier on, and that is a pack of extra hardware and an Allen key. And that is everything you'll find inside of the box.
Okay, so now that we've gone through the specs, I just want to give you a detailed run through of all the pros and the cons. But first of all, I'd like to ask the question, can this board maintain a high electric skating standard without breaking the bank? And what I mean by that is this board worth the money? And short answer, yes, it is. Let's start with the pros. The Roadster X4 is a great and suitable option for beginners. Let me tell you why. First of all, it comes with a bunch of freebies, including free tail lights, which are really handy for those night rides, and bash guards, which protect your board both ends. Second of all, you don't have to worry about breaking the bank on your first board. And third of all, because it's a simple design, the board is so easy to learn, giving new riders that confidence straight away. Now, unfortunately, with a lot of my other boards, they're just so heavy and massive, but not this board. This board is incredibly light and it's just easy to carry anywhere. You can take this on road trips, you can take this almost anywhere. It's just so light. And thank goodness there's enough battery in the board to get you to work, to get you to school, to get you to gym, to get you anywhere local, that is if it's local. So stop wasting money on petrol and invest in this VMAX Roadster X4 and you'll be saving money like crazy. What? Not only is it for your daily commutes and taking it locally, you can just take it outside and explore and have some fun. Oh my goodness, it's just amazing. The other pro worth mentioning is because there's 4 different speed modes, you can literally be a beginner and start at a speed that you feel comfortable with. And then when you feel more confident with your board, you can go 46 kilometers per hour. Now just looking at the design of the board, it is simple, but it's pretty solid. So you can invest into something that you know is gonna last. And because it's a simple design, if you need to fix something, it's so easy. You literally just grab your skate tool and just fix it like that. Like, it is pretty easy. I'm actually quite impressed with the braking system. It's pretty smooth, which means you can feel comfortable stopping. New riders, this is for you. You can feel comfortable stopping. You don't have to freak out that the brakes aren't gonna work or something. The hand remote is so easy to use and it's highly responsive. So new riders, you don't have to stress that the brakes aren't gonna work. They are gonna work. And if they don't, you can catch VMAX up with your 9-month warranty. So you got nothing to stress about. Right, oh my goodness. I love this next part, Right, hear me out. The wheels are called jelly wheels. And because they are jelly wheels, you can literally take them on a lot of terrains. Whereas my other boards, they use tires and the tubes go flat often and I'm constantly buying new tubes. These wheels, you can take them on a lot of terrains and you don't have to worry about anything. It's wonderful. Yeah, mate. And the last pro I'm gonna mention is the board is actually quite water resistant. I'm quite surprised at how well they've maintained the electrical components inside of the casings. It's just great because when you're riding and you get a little bit wet, electric skateboarders are gonna freak out. But if you got the Roadster X4, you're not gonna freak out because it's actually quite waterproof. Okay, I'd like to quickly mention that I've got the standard Roadster X4. Now that being said, I'm gonna come to the cons of the board. First of all, the range is not great. It's still enough to get your daily commutes and go out exploring. However, you don't have to worry because if you get the Roadster XS, the range is gonna be bigger. So you're paying a little bit more, but the range is gonna be bigger. Second of all, the advanced riders may want some more features. However, this covers everything for beginners. Third of all, it may not be able to climb the steepest hills, but you can still get a moderate incline, so you don't have to worry. Fourth of all, the board might feel pretty heavy for beginners. However, if you're not a beginner, you're gonna know that this board is not heavy at all. My goodness. I wouldn't really consider that a con myself, but beginners will have to get used to the weight. Next of all, I'd like to mention you're not going to be able to take this board up extreme terrains. This is because you might damage the board, and honestly it's not really made for the crazy downhill that, you know, mountain bikers do, but it can take your average terrains. Now the average warranty is about a year for most electric skateboarding companies, but when you're paying such a small price for a board like this, 9 months is still pretty good, so you don't have anything to worry about. Another con that I think is worth pointing out about the board is that there's no app integration. What I mean by that is some of my other boards, they have app integrations where you can customize the speed modes and the brake modes and feel more comfortable with the board. This board, it does not have that. Now the last con I'd like to mention is the design is simple and pretty straightforward, but the battery is a little too bulky. It does stick out underneath a little bit. That being said, if you're trying to do a few different tracks, you might struggle because the battery might hit the ground. You're gonna be fine. You don't have anything to worry about. Right. Now if you are thinking about getting this board, I've got a special discount code just for you. So overall, did this board maintain a high standard for an electric skater like me? Yes. While the board is not perfect and may lack a few features, it is a great, suitable and reliable option for beginners. So I definitely recommend. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next review. Why is this so hard? Right. I'll let it know. Yeah, mate. Right.